Hi guys, today I've got some great recipes for you. We are going to be making homemade ice cream sauces. And if you've never made your own ice cream sauce, you are in for a treat. They are so delicious, so easy, and the best part is I bet you have most of these ingredients sitting in your pantry or fridge as we speak. Okay, so let's begin with a classic homemade chocolate sauce. So the first thing to know is you really want to start with quality chocolate chips. They are not all created equal. I will leave you a link to my favorite brand below, but the difference is that it really has to do with how much sugar they have in it and how much chocolate flavor. And you really want a little of both. So in a medium saucepan, we're going to add 2/3 cup of heavy cream. Then we're also going to add 12 ounces of our chocolate chips. And then you want to put your flame on a medium-low, and then as it starts to melt, you'll start to see this beautiful, rich chocolate sauce develop. Then at this stage, it's really personal preference. If you like a thinner sauce, just add some more heavy cream. I like it a little bit on the thick side, so this is good for me. Now, at this stage, you may find, depending on the brand of bittersweet chocolate you use, you might want to add a little sugar. I like to use a teaspoon of vanilla extract because I think you just get a better depth of flavor that way with a little sweetness, and I don't like it that sweet. So it's really up to you. I would taste it and decide. All right, then I also like to add a little tablespoon of honey, just to give it that sort of syrupy consistency, which is quite good. And the honey will also add some sweetness as well. There, this is looking delicious. See how easy? Okay, so I have some delicious mint chocolate chip ice cream in this glass. I find that this chocolate pairs really well with mint chocolate chip. There's a combination there that's going on that is so good. Now, one thing that I do like to do because this sauce is so thick is serve it with a fork, see? So, because then you can really drizzle it and it won't get too clumpy on you. I mean, you certainly could use a spoon and clump it on there, but I find because it is so rich, a little drizzle will do the trick. And then if you really want to send it over the edge, top some crushed Oreos on top. That is really good. Let's give it a try, shall we? This is so good. You gotta have it with the cookies. It tastes like one of those Girl Scout cookies. The mint and the chocolate with a little bit of crunch, so good. This one you gotta try. Okay, so this next sauce is so delicious and so easy. We are gonna be making a caramel peanut butter sauce, which is so fantastic on top of some chocolate ice cream. Trust me. We're gonna be starting with 3/4 cup of water. And I like to use a pot that has a high profile like this because it will start to bubble up as it starts to get going. So you want something kind of high so it doesn't bubble over on you. And then keep stirring the sugar until it dissolves and your mixture is clear. Once it starts to bubble, you can add the peanut butter. Now, make sure that your peanut butter that you buy has one ingredient in it, maybe two, and it should just be peanuts, maybe some salt. That's it, because there are other peanut butters that have all kinds of things in them, and when you heat it, it may not have the same reaction. So this works best with the most pure peanut butter, okay? Then we are just gonna stir this until it thickens and turns into a rich syrup. So see what it's doing? Kind of looks like a witch's brew. Totally normal. That's what it's supposed to do. That is the sugar sort of caramelizing. So just be prepared to stir a little bit. This could take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. Then you'll know that it's done when it starts to thicken and can coat the back of a spatula. Then you know it's good to go. And if you want, you can check it with a spoon too and just make sure that it has a nice sort of drizzle effect. Okay, so I have my rich chocolate ice cream here, and I am gonna top it with this delicious peanut butter sauce. I think the combination of chocolate and peanut butter is just so good. And I think this sauce is best kind of a little bit warm, close to room temperature, not screaming hot, because it'll just melt the ice cream too quickly. And then we're gonna top with just a few peanuts. And then I also like to add a few chocolate chunks on top. Oh, this is good. Especially if you like chocolate peanut butter cups, this is the one for you. There's something so unexpected about peanut butter ice cream sauce, and it has a little bit of caramel taste to it too, mixed with the peanuts and the chocolate ice cream. So delicious. Okay, now let's do something fresh and fruity. How about a delicious strawberry sauce? So we're gonna begin with just 12 ounces of fresh strawberries that I just cleaned and cut. Now you could also do this with frozen strawberries if that's all you had. Then we're also gonna add a 1/4 cup of water and a 1/4 cup of sugar. Then we're gonna get this going on a medium-high flame. And then we're just gonna stir this up until the strawberries start to soften. And then once they've been simmering for a while, they'll start to look like this, releasing their juice, and the juice will look a little bit syrupy. And then what you wanna do is go in with a potato masher and just gently mash them so that it's more of a consistency of a chunky sauce. And then the other thing I like to do with this one is thicken it a little bit, because the strawberries, especially this time of year, are so juicy that this sauce can be a bit runny if you don't create a slurry. So a slurry just looks like this. It's a tablespoon of water mixed with a tablespoon of cornstarch. And then when your sauce is simmering and bubbling, so the sauce has to be hot enough for the cornstarch to work, then we are going to add our slurry. If you do not have hot enough sauce, nothing will happen. It won't activate. So see how that thickened up real quick? That's all you have to do. So I'm gonna turn this down to a simmer, and then the next thing we wanna add is some freshly zested lemon zest, just to create a really nice counterbalance between the sweetness of the strawberries and the ice cream. It's really nice to have that little tart lemon zest as well. Then just to heighten the flavor of the strawberries and the lemon, I like to add a little pinch of salt. There, not too much. And then this is ready to go. Now with the strawberry sauce, I really love to pair this with some pistachio ice cream. The combination of the tart strawberry with that rich pistachio is so good. And then we are just going to ladle the strawberries over the ice cream. And you will see how delicious this is. And then I'd also like to add some chopped pistachios on top. And my husband and I always argue what's better, if the sauce is warm or if the sauce is cold. So I'll say I think they're both great. I think I prefer it just a little bit warm, not hot, but just warm so it doesn't melt the ice cream too much. And you will see it is so delicious. This could be my favorite, although the chocolate's pretty good too. Well, I hope you enjoyed these homemade ice cream sauces. Let me know what you think and share your results with me on Instagram. I always love to see what you guys come up with, and I will regram my favorites. All right, until then, bye.